one interest-free loan at a time. That's all it takes to make a difference. For more than 90 years, Hebrew Free Loan Association of San Antonio has worked to strengthen the essence of our community, sustaining life, supporting students, stabilizing families, and securing the well-being of seniors. HFLA's no-interest microloans have improved people's lives and made our Jewish community and the community at large better and stronger. When HFLA-SA was created in 1924, some of those first loans were for just $5. Over the years, the economy has changed, the cost of living has increased, and the needs of the community have expanded. HFLA has evolved as well. Our portfolio has expanded, allowing us to touch the lives of men, women, and families through every stage of life. College students, parents of children with special needs, couples undergoing fertility treatment, victims of domestic abuse, senior citizens faced with running out of retirement money, first-time home buyers, children eager to build their Jewish identity at camp, and so many other situations. Now here is HFLA-SA President Marianne Kestenbaum.
Hi, I'm Marianne Kestenbaum, and I'm privileged to be the current president of Hebrew Free Loan Association San Antonio. I've been privileged to be working with extraordinary people, the other board members, and enjoying the conversations I've had with co-signers who keep this association going, and the borrowers who we give them some support to bridge to the next step in their lives. We've just been moving forward and top speed and are so excited to be telling you about the things we've accomplished. And I think that the entire board had come to an agreement several years ago that we could really do more. We needed to do more in making our funds available to the San Antonio Jewish community. You look from 2015 to 2016 alone, we increased the number of loans by almost 50%. It's really, I think, been a spectacular demonstration of what a really engaged board, additional volunteers and advisors, and the general Jewish community can do when we are fully engaged and keep our eye on the ball to providing financial support to the Jewish community.
While HFLA-SA guarantees its borrowers confidentiality, some of our borrowers have volunteered to talk about their recent loan experience.
I have a grandchild that has Asperger's syndrome, and he had to go to a special school. We finally found one, and the tuition, of course, is very expensive, and I needed to get him in there right away. I called Laura, and she said apply for it, and so I did, and we were able to receive the help to help him get into the school and get his tuition paid for and his uniforms and so forth. And the school, where he couldn't function in a regular school, he's blossoming in this school. It's made such a difference in his life, and he's not being bullied anymore like he was in the public school system. I have a daughter that recently is going through a divorce. She was in an abusive marriage, and we needed to get her out of her situation quickly and into her own place. And this daughter's now going through the abuse counseling and is proceeding with her divorce. We were able to safely find her accommodations just down the street from my husband and I, and moved her in this past summer, and she's all situated. And thanks to Hebrew Free Loan, we wouldn't have been able to do all that we did for her without their help.
The business had had some tough years. I'm a small business owner, own a promotional products company, and we had a few lean years around the 2008-2009 time frame, and then I kind of rode it out until 2013 is when I think I did my first loan with HFLA, and again, like I said earlier, it just really took the pressure off. So even after my second business loan, my son just turned 18 this year, and he's graduated high school and going off to college. So we applied for a student loan in his name, and that, again, it's not something that we necessarily needed, but it's something that it just takes the pressure off, and the payments are manageable. I just looked at it as a rational business decision. Why not continue to use the funds as they were intended to? And I can't begin to explain how much pressure that these loans have taken off of me in my business life and my personal life.
Going anywhere with a 3-foot-tall tank that gives you 2 hours of oxygen is a pain in things that you don't want to talk about. And people get scared if they see the oxygen tank because they think, oh, it's going to explode. And I've had people actually walk up to me and say, you shouldn't have that in here when I'd be at a bookstore or something because it might explode. So having a little wheelie here means, and it also meant that we could go to Israel. My husband was injured, and it ended up being that he became totally disabled probably about 6 years ago. And we went from having his income, we went to at that time, the Social Security disability payment of the monthly, I think it was about $1,600 a month. With all of us, I mean the 3 of us in the household, and at that time we also had my granddaughter. So that became very, very, very tight. And I was able to use some of the proceeds from the loan just for living expenses.
We didn't actually find out when the girls were born, we actually didn't find out that they were having twins until they were 19 weeks. So that was kind of a shock. And then that was at 19 weeks. And then we had them at 26 weeks. So there really wasn't a lot of time between finding out there were 2 babies and giving birth to them. So they were supposed to be born on July 4th, but their actual birthday is March 31st. And they were 1 pound 12 and 1 pound 13. Prepare for the worst, because they were so young and they were so small that they didn't really know what their viability was. So when they came out, they didn't even say, here's your baby. They literally just rushed them to the NICU, and we didn't see them for 24 hours. I told them that we had to regroup, and I needed time to figure out where we were going to go, what we were going to do. And it's been challenging, and that's really where I looked towards the Hebrew free loan. Haley, being valedictorian, did assist me with some scholarship, and I was very grateful for that. But it's very competitive out there to try to find things, and there just wasn't a lot out there that we qualified for. So it was a challenge. I am so proud and excited for both of them, and feel joy and excitement with their success and their ability to be able to go off to the University of Mississippi and to go off to Arizona State in the Honors College and just be successful And I feel like I did what I was supposed to do, and now they're able to fly and do what they're supposed to do.
Working together, we are weaving compassion, dignity, and respect in an age of economic anxiety. Helping create financial stability loan by loan, we're investing in our borrowers' future and providing a crucial window of opportunity that can be seized, leveraged, and paid forward for years to come. But there is still much more work to be done. For that, we need you.